known by its map designation as Area 51.
We're now learning Area 51,
known as Area 51.
Thank you for clearing that up.
Area 51.
Thank you.
Known as Area 51.
Because Area 51 is very important.
They called him Jimmy, and everybody wanted to be his friend.
What's good? What's good? Welcome here, Area 51 here with Jimmy, your host. Subscribe here when it comes down to Golden Era. There's no channel that says the things that we say here. And also, make sure that you check out goldeneraboxing.com, where you're going to learn a lot about historical boxing and other things that we have going on there. If you're a big fan of boxing, that's a webpage you're going to like, and you're going to like our website as well. And you're going to like our podcast that we do here in YouTube. We mostly do it in Spanish, but sometimes, we do it in English too. And I'm trying to gather an American community too, or at least an English speaking community outside of the Spanish community we already have. So subscribe to our channel, give us a like. We are purists of boxing, so we have a different way of approaching boxing. And that's how we see it. We're not fans of this era or, A side or B side or any of that garbage. We like old school boxing, so it's a little bit different for us. And we hope that all fighters become undisputed and clean up their division to really show off that they're the best. So give us a like. If you enter the room, give us a like. All right, so I want to talk about this because I was watching an interview done by Calvin Ford, and I want to give credit to this. It's called Mill City Boxing. So thank you for for the interview, man. I'm just we couldn't get some of these perspectives in. We couldn't get these perspectives in mainstream media because they don't ask these sort of questions. And when they do ask them, unfortunately, they always kind of like don't say anything or reply to this, right? So Calvin Ford was asked if after the fight with Ryan Garcia, and, Calvin Ford believes that he will defeat Ryan Garcia. I have a different prediction for the fight, so I recommend that you check it out. But he was saying that Devin Haney has been calling him for a while, and then he's starving for a fight with Gervonta Davis. Now, that's a very odd thing to say, because to say that you are going to starve Devin Haney from fighting Gervonta Davis on the basis that he's asking for the fight aggressively, that's about the most stupid and pussy thing I've ever seen. And this happens a lot with a lot of these commercial fighters, whether it's Gervonta Davis, Canelo Alvarez, Triple G, Jermall Charlo, you name them. Now Tyson Fury as well. A lot of these fighters seem to pussy out and start giving all sorts of excuses to not make the fight. Errol Spence, to me, is a fighter, for example, that's fought a lot of the welters that we have here. I have a different perspective on Errol's career than other people do, and I'll make a different video on that. But when it came down to Terrence Crawford, he's giving all these stipulations that he wasn't giving to other fighters in his division. And I can see that now with Gervonta Davis. He doesn't want to fight Devin Haney. And Calvin Ford is saying, why should we take this fight? We are the A side. And then the guy who reported this, Milfy City, I thank you for the video, bro, but you saying that you are the A side and you are supposed to do whatever you want, that's also bullshit, because at the end of the day, boxing is a competition. You have to compete in order to show that you are this fighter. And by you saying that you're going to starve Devin Haney and not give him the opportunity because he's acting more aggressive to get the fight because he wants the fight, that tells me that you're a pussy. And Gervonta Davis is a pussy. And I believe Devin Haney will beat his ass. I believe Devin Haney will beat it. In fact, I think Ryan Garcia is going to beat him as well. And that's one of the reasons why he's putting his stipulations to Ryan Garcia, because when you start doing the rehydration clause, you start to become like Canelo Alvarez. You start becoming like these fighters who are trying to take an advantage. Why are you taking the advantage? You are in their weight class. If you're in somebody's weight class, you have to take the fight. And you're fighting in a catch weight, which is 130. So you're already draining him down a few pounds outside of the rehydration clause. So this is the problem with boxing today. That's why I can't read or hear a lot of these fucking commentators, because it's like old school boxing doesn't exist. It's just this new A side, B side. I have the money. I'm commercial. I sell more than you. Well, what the fuck with that? I don't care about that. All I care about is the best fights. And to be honest with you, a lot of these fighters don't want to make the fight because they're afraid of losing their undefeated record. So Gervonta Davis never really wanted Calvin, and Calvin Ford never really wanted Devin Haney. I remember in a different interview where Bill Haney was talking to Calvin Ford, and he was saying, if you want to, why don't we make the fight happen? Just all you need to do is activate your WBA mandatory against us, and we'll make the fight happen. Calvin Ford didn't do anything, didn't say anything. Oh, yeah, we might, whatever. And now he's coming with this stupid comment saying that, oh, we're not going to give him the opportunity. We're going to leave him starving. Come on, man. This is some shit Mayweather Jr. was doing with Manny Pacquiao for many years. This is some shit that Canelo Alvarez was doing with Demetrius Andrade. This is the same garbage that Triple G was asking Andrew Ward. Just putting all these stipulations which shows you that they don't want these fights. So, you know, I can't defend this. I don't like Gervonta Davis to start with, but you can't defend this at all if you're a boxing fan. Now, if you're just a fan of Gervonta Davis and commercial fighters, then, you know, that's fine. But this is not what boxing is about, and Gervonta Davis should be criticized. And unfortunately, a lot of people are going to be in the side of Gervonta Davis, and they're going to agree and say, well, you know, Devin Haney doesn't deserve. Devin Haney is the undisputed champion in his weight class, in 135. He deserves these fights. He deserves all these fights. To say the opposite, it's just to not know boxing. He has proven himself to be the undisputed champion. He's cleaned up his division. If that's not the best, nothing is the best, because you need to make a statement. When you get all the belts, you make a statement. And Gervonta Davis is following the path of Floyd Mayweather Jr., because Floyd Mayweather Jr. picked also some of the fighters that he wanted to fight. See, Floyd Mayweather Jr. would have never fought a Terrence Crawford. He would have not taken Errol Spence. And people say, how can you say that? Because he never took Keith Thurman. He was his mandatory for 2 years, and he took Andre Berto. Come on, man. Let's not play stupid here. Let's not play stupid. And when Floyd Mayweather Jr. supposedly was going to fight Winky Wright, he's going to put a rehydration clause in the contract. And Winky said no. So where's this rehydration garbage coming from? Listen, man, if you're going to somebody else's division, if you're fighting somebody and you're trying to make a case that you are this great fighter, you're going to go up, you're going to take the fight, and you're just going to fight. Okay, Alexander Usyk, you might not like the guy, but he's coming up to a different weight class. He's going against, you know, he went against Anthony Joshua. No rehydration, took the fight. That's it. In his prime, Anthony Joshua. I mean, he did lose one fight against Andy Ruiz, but he took the fight. He made it happen. But no rehydration clause, no nothing. And now he wants Tyson Fury. And Tyson Fury's put all these stipulations because he don't want the fight. See, that's the type of fighter that I like. JoJo goes up against Devin Haney. No rehydration clause. Just make that happen. Bam, the fight is made. You know, Stefan Fulton, you know, he's fighting everybody in his division. You know, Brian Figueroa is a little bit bigger, in my opinion, than Stefan. He's not, oh, you with your rehydration clause. Nothing like that. He was about to go and fight Brian Figueroa without putting him in any rehydration clause. He didn't even have to go up. He didn't even have to go up to 126. But now, you know, he's fighting. Now, in fact, I even have to give, unless Naoya Iouna is giving a rehydration, I even have to give Naoya Iouna, a fighter that I don't like, I have to give him credit because he's not doing that. So, you know, it's just, this is bullshit, and nobody's really going to report on this. The few people that do it, you know, are probably not even going to really make an impact. But here in Golden Era, we do want to make an impact in boxing. And it's not about where you're from or what country you're from. It's about truth and facts, okay? It's about boxing. It's not about your country, your color, your race, or whatever ethnic group is. It doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. That goes off the window. If these fighters are ducking, they're pussies no matter what country they're from. and we got to call it out. So they make the fights, and we separate the ones who want to risk from the ones who don't want to risk, right? So the ones that don't want to risk, in Spanish we call them caniches, which is poodles, right? They don't want to take the fights. The pit bulls, or like the symbol of golden era, are the ones who want to take the fights, who don't care win or lose. They take all the fights. You're either a pit or you're a pood, or you're a poodle. There's no more. There's no in between. You take the fights or you skip over. So Gervonta Davis, very disappointing. That means also that he's going to duck Shakur Stevenson. So forget about that fight. That fight's not going to happen. Guarantee it. That means he's probably going to duck also Keyshawn Davis as well, because he has a similar style. Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, and Keyshawn Davis have a similar style. And he almost didn't take the fight with Ryan Garcia, and he put stipulations, rehydration clause, make sure, you got a contract. Well, why are you doing all this? Why? Because he's insecure. And I don't think he's going to beat Ryan, personally. I don't think he is. So, anyway, bad news. So now the question if I hope Ryan now beats Gervonta Davis, but will Ryan take Devin Haney? That I'm not sure either. But Gervonta Davis and his coach have been clear about this. They won't be fighting them. So everything else is up to speculation. We'll find out. Anyway, thank you for looking here. Thank you for being part of our community. Give us a like, subscribe here, and Hagone, like the natives say in New Mexico. And check out our webpage, goldenaboutboxing.com, just for you boxing fans. Peace out, and we'll check you out later. Deuces Cruces.